It's been a huge summer for film, and two movies have absolutely dominated the box office. But what team are you on? Welcome to Film Watch. This is the brand new show from The Sun that looks at all things movies, the good, the bad, and of course the ugly. And no, I'm not talking about Clint Eastwood. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you would notice that Barbie mania has officially hit the world by force. We've seen a pink TARDIS, the London Eye turn pink, and every influencer under the sun flock to pose in a plastic doll box in cinemas right across the country. For the London premiere, fans were even queuing from 3 a.m. the previous day just to take a glimpse at Margot Robbie, and the film has so far grossed nearly $800 million worldwide. But as Greta Gerwig could be the first female director to hit the $1 billion mark, well, controversial opinion alert, Barbie does not live up to the hype. It's fair to say that fans say the film is satire, but I think it's more of a straight-up attack at men. Sure, it has some funny moments, like a Zack Snyder Justice League joke. That was kind of funny. Margot Robbie, of course, shines brightly on the screen, well, as always. And I will say that Helen Mirren was an absolutely inspired choice for the voiceover. What should have been a lovely story about how Barbie is more than just plastic fantastic with impossible beauty standards, there's more to her than that. Well, that turned into a preach-filled fest of unneeded social commentary that was ultimately just simply a bad copy of the plotline from Elf. Yes, that's right, being from another world comes to real life, never to be the same again. Gee, where have we seen that before? Now for Oppenheimer, the Christopher Nolan epic, starring the likes of Cillian Murphy, Robert Downey Jr., Florence Pugh, Matt Damon, and one of my favourites, Emily Blunt. Now it's good, that's undeniable. It has all the hallmarks of a Christopher Nolan movie with big effects and dramatic twists. It's also incredibly nuanced and even intimate in places, with outstanding performances all around. We see the dark depths of politics and the balance of power. We see different ideologies at play, the dynamics of different sexual relationships, themes of alcoholism, anti-Semitism, science, of course, and the mental toll of World War II. And yes, some very revealing sex scenes involving Florence Pugh. With so much packed into one movie, it's not surprising that it's 3 hours long. Let me repeat, 3 hours long. Now, the acclaimed director insists that the film has to be seen on an IMAX screen. And sure, the 5 minutes of the nuclear explosion of the Manhattan Project at Los Alamos, that's absolutely mind-blowing to watch. It's beautiful, undeniable. But what about the other 2 hours and 55 minutes of the film? A whole IMAX screen just for those 5 minutes? Please. Now, some critics also say that this is one of the best films that they've ever seen. Well, sure, it's good. Cillian gives an absolutely incredible performance as he carries the film forward for that 3 hours, and the subject matter is profound and, yes, at times quite terrifying. But I wouldn't say I left the cinema scared out of my mind and unable to speak. Gone with the Wind, it's not. Now, Barbenheimer has had a lot of hype. Yes, both films have done well. Okay, one film in particular has done extremely well, and neither film has done, badly at the box office. They've both been utterly brilliant in their own ways, according to fans and critics and whatever. But I don't think either film's caused a ground-shaking change in cinema. The real team I'm on, Mission Impossible, with its incredible, breathtaking stunts. Tom Cruise drove a motorcycle off a cliff. Let me repeat that. Tom Cruise drove a motorcycle off a cliff, and it's been hailed as one of the biggest cinema stunts of all time. And he could do that because, well, he's Tom Cruise. And not just that, he did it 5 times to get that perfect shot. And that is worth seeing on an IMAX. Well, maybe you want something a little more niche. Well, Wes Anderson is back with his latest film, Asteroid City. Now, I like to refer to his films, they're like the art galleries of cinema. They're not for everyone, but if you like the concept and if you get the concept, well, you will go to heaven. And with a cast list longer than your arm, it's got everyone. It's got Tom Hanks, it's got Scarlett Johansson, it's got Jason Schwartzman, you name it. But this is just my opinion, and I want to hear from you. Please comment below because, well, I'm not a critic that tells you how to think. My opinion is, well, it's just that. I'm not the one who's telling you, yes, you have to think like this, and if your opinion's wrong, then you know nothing about cinema. Because, well, it's just my opinion. But I want you to tell me what you think. And if we disagree, well, that's even better, because this is the beauty of cinema. And if you want even more on the latest releases, trailers and interviews, well, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.